Invite guests, copy there, and let's add the, what do you call it, post comment. Enter. All right, back on the road again. On the road again. Oh, you're not supposed to sing. Copyright strike, right? All right. Yeah, I've only got another hour and change to get to Hampton, Sydney. And so just headed up there to see some rugby. Quarter mile, stay in the left lane to stay on 460 business. Okay, cool. We'll do that. All right, I see it. Oh, that's right. There's a crazy hairpin turn coming up here. All right, turning into one lane. And okay, left lane, I-95 north. Cool. Back on. Don't step. All right, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me again. I pressed something and lesson learned. Don't mess with the phone because things happen like it just did. All right, so yes, I am back. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, just about an hour. Hey, are you near Farmville? Aren't you? Are you in this area? Yeah, Buhai. Thank you. Salamat. Oh, shoot, that was my freaking turn. Could have gone there. It's my hairpin turn. That's okay. Northern Michigan, brother. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember where you're at. I know there's a bunch of. I know there's a bunch of other flyers in Virginia that are in those, that are in the other live streams that we participate in, like Rodney, right onto Virginia 36 East. Yeah, I'm only about a mile away from dang, what do you call it, from the spot. So, and I missed my hairpin turn. Or maybe this is the hairpin turn. Quick stop here. Yeah, not too far away, you know. I think it's like the perfect distance, call it, for for a kid to go to college at 3 hours. It's still too far away for me to visit all the time, you know, far enough away for him to feel like he's far away, but also close enough where in the event of an emergency or something like that, we can, you know, make our ways to each other if I need to go there or if he needs to come home, because a situation developed. Who knows what that could possibly be, right? But you never know. Yeah, I was 5 hours away from home, 4.5 hours, depending on who was driving. When I was in college, and so it was an effort to go home. In fact, I've tried different methods. I actually took a train home once from Baltimore International Airport. There's a train station there. 1,000 feet left onto the ramp. And so, there it is, left. 85 south. It's a neat little bridge with all this red. South, 460 west. Roger that. Yeah, man. It was an effort. I took the train from BWI to Penn Station, and then I had my cousins pick me up one year, and it was kind of like a big surprise for mom and dad because they didn't know that I was coming home. They're like, "Oh, just sent us home." My mom or dad say. Left at the fork, 85 south. So it was always great to, it was always great to see mom and dad and my brother whenever I'd visit. So now it's a little bit hard to go out and to see them because instead of being 4 hours away, 5 hours away, they are now 25 to 26 hours away in Texas. Yes, indeed. They moved to Texas a couple years ago. What, 2003? They headed out there. So there's only two families from the original set of, I guess, kids growing up in New Jersey that are not in Texas. The entire family picked up out of Jersey and transplanted to Texas. And so it's just my family and my cousin's family. They are still in New Jersey, which is pretty cool. They got a daughter living up in New York City. It's a doctor now. Congratulations, Diana, if you're listening. But yeah, lane closure ahead. So great times, great times that we live in these days. I think we got running water, paved roads, nice cars and vehicles, and I am enjoying what we have, my health and such. So try to, of course, do all I can to be of service to others and my family, and of course make the world a better place. I mean, I've been through some stuff, and when I was on active duty, seen some things, and it's almost like, why? Such a waste. And I guess that's how and why I continue to enjoy drone flying, because it gives me that opportunity, that outlet, if you will, to share something beautiful and nice with the world. And I have subscribers and followers now that are as far as the Philippines. So hi, thank you. Right? I stumbled upon one of those Filipino live streams, and I can barely understand Tagalog, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna hang out here because I kind of want to just try to learn the language by listening. And I mean, growing up, I could understand what mom and dad were talking about. Granted, they mostly spoke to me in English so that I can speak English well. But the downside to that was that I don't know Tagalog like I should, or like I would want to. And of course, because I don't know Tagalog, couldn't teach my son that language either. So that's a lost opportunity, right? To teach and have learned and be able to teach it back. which is a great way to learn things, right? You get it explained to you, you see what's occurring when you're learning stuff, then you do it, and then you teach it back to somebody else you're enabling. That's actually the scouting method of teaching skills, EDGE. Explain, demonstrate, guide, enable, where you explain what you're going to do if you're teaching a task. Explain the task, demonstrate the task, guide them in doing it, and then have them teach it back. So I kind of got a chance to do that with my friend Chandler when I taught him how to fly a drone last Thursday. Posted that video on Monday. I think I posted it, of me giving him instruction on how to fly the DJI Avata drone, which is probably, it is the best and the easiest drone to fly, to learn how to fly on and with. And it's using non-traditional methods of flying, using this motion controller where if you look up, it will fly up, and you squeeze the trigger at the same time, the acceleration trigger, it will fly up. If you look down and squeeze the acceleration trigger, it will fly down. If you bank it your hand left, it will turn left, and bank it right, it will turn right. And it's called the motion controller because it's being controlled by the motion of your hand, up, down. Now with the motion controller 1, you cannot use the motion controller to necessarily you cannot necessarily go backwards. Like on the motion controller 2, you can actually press forward. But I've taught so many people, including my mom and dad, how to fly a drone because they're like, oh, I put them in a chair, of course, because they're old and wobbly. Didn't want to exacerbate that by, having them stand and with the goggles on their head. But it's the easiest way to fly a drone FPV, first person view. And so it's the gateway drone. Chandler is saying, man, he's got to get a drone. He'll probably get that same one, and eventually he'll get the remote controller for it and learn how to fly freestyle. And eventually he'll get another drone probably to really get a freestyle drone to really take it up a notch and fly at that freestyle style of flying, where you are completely free to explore and fly what you like to fly. Now, I am not a fan of the Sabang style of flying. I guess primarily because I don't have the sight picture for it. It's like anything, just like drone flying initially. You have to get used to controlling using a TV screen if you're not doing it via line of sight. And even then, that takes used to getting. But when you're wearing the goggles, it does get disorientating the first time to fly a drone. And so when I first started flying that drone, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting motion sick. And I knew that I would get over it though. Because it's like that's how one gets over being seasick with stuff, right? You stay on the ship. Eventually, maybe you get on the ship, you get some dry land, get in the water, get back on again. Because your equilibrium is all messed up, because your body's doing it this way, but your head's not going one way. And so, which way? Stay left at the fork. Right, this way. But yeah, I think it's the easiest drone to fly. And as the majority of people that get into it, they don't know that they don't know the extent that they want to fly yet, and they'll get that the more they fly, the more they enjoy it. I've heard people talk about, oh, if you get an FPV drone, you need to build your own so you know how to fix it. Yeah, true, but there's a lot to knowing and learning how to fly with a home built drone, between the programming of it, where sometimes it's just you just want to turn the drone on and fly. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you coming back, man. Yeah, I don't know. I pressed something. I ended the live stream mistakenly last time because I was trying to show these guys something and made a mistake. So lesson learned: don't mess with the phone when you're live streaming while driving, because yeah, I'll end it. Actually, it is fun building your own. No, I agree. I really enjoy building your own. But for a first timer, you'll hear people say, "Oh yeah," I mean, I've heard it. It was encouraged for me. You need to build your own if you want to do it. You know. But the primary difference between the DJI drones for one and a home built one are the batteries. And yes, 100% agree. I made a video of me building one. It's actually, I took still shot. I took still movies. I took photos and made that into a slideshow video of me building my first drone. And I am actually going to build another one. I bought all the parts for 2 drones. It was supposed to be a side-by-side build with my son. And we're going to do a video, but we just never got around to that. So I'm just going to build it, and I'll still make that video because I do enjoy it. But if somebody wants to get started fast and just get airborne, you know, the DJI Aveda, even the FPV, which was my first drone, but I think the Aveda is a better one because it is more durable. I mean, I crashed the heck out of mine, which I'm not too worried that it will break when I crash the way I crash it. It's not as durable as a home built drone with the carbon fiber arms, and of course, depending on the thickness and the strength of that particular carbon fiber frame that one buys. But the easiest way is, just to get somebody airborne is the Aveda with the motion controller. And that person will then determine and decide how far they want to take it. After having built my own drones, I have a TX16S Mark II Radio Master controller. I've got 6 freestyle or 8 freestyle drones. I've built one on my own, and I've repaired several. I've got a bunch of tiny whoops as well. But those LiPo batteries, what a pain in the butt they are to maintain, to charge, to monitor while it's charging, so it doesn't combust and burn your workstation, and God forbid your house down. Right? I agree. It is fun to build your own, and of course, some people are not into that either. Like, I'm not a car guy. I don't change my own oil. We drive cars. I didn't ever. Not this truck that I'm driving around in. I did not build it, right? And it is fun. I'm assuming that it's fun for those people that enjoy building their own car, to build their own car. In fact, my son and my wife know more about cars than I do. They're all into the engines and the parts and this and that. I am not. That's not my bag. But that's what I like about the home built drones, how durable they are. No, I agree 100%. They are durable. But anything can break, but you can fix it. They are easier to fix. The electronics, they are easier to source and buy to repair on your own. So yeah, 100%. They are more durable than the DJI drones and easy to fix. But for that casual flyer that's just going to fly every once in a while just for the sake of getting airborne, kind of like that guy that has his own parachute that will go skydiving every once in a while. The Aveda and the FPV are probably all one needs. But I do agree, yeah, as one wants to progress, and that's the thing. The majority, I think, of people actually just stay casual. They don't get into the hobby hardcore. They'll fly it every once in a while. They've got the ability to fly it every once in a while. It's like the guy that's got the garage. They'll drive it every once in a while. It's not their daily driver. Great point. Yeah, for sure. Great point, Michael. You build them, they're durable, but not indestructible. There are some pretty hefty drone, frames out there. In fact, what would you guys say is the heftiest? I think the Armatan ones. Those are pretty durable from what I've heard. I think the quad mulas are really thick also. So, because I do want to build another freestyle drone, I just don't know which frame I want to use. I've only built 3-inch drones. Not built a 5-inch one yet. I've repaired and put together, taken apart and put together a 5-inch, the Nazgul, and let's see, 2 Nazgul F5s, I think. One Nazgul D6 Dead Cat 6-inch frame, and Catalyst Machine Works Slam Nasty, which is a 5-inch racing drone. I actually bought it from a guy that was planning to get into it, but then he never flown it. It doesn't look like has ever been flown. Found it on Facebook Marketplace. It was a good deal, like $250, I think, for effectively a bind and fly drone. And so I bought that from him. And I've got that one Beta FPV, Pavo 360. So it's got a 360 camera for it also. So it's funny it sounds. That 360 camera requires the LiPo battery of the drone to power and fly. Ooh, speed limit 60. Let's take it up a notch. So yes, Armatan does have lifetime warranties on their frames, which is pretty crazy, you know. Because I mean, it's not like we're flying to try to break it. We're flying, and it simply happens to break because we're trying something new, right? For the video. I just posted a short yesterday, I think it was. Posted a short yesterday of me flying. What was that? Where did I post it? Flying my backyard. Yeah, flying my backyard. And yeah, I crashed my Aveda. Not indestructible. You know, it's pretty good plastic. There's some parts on it that are easier to replace, like the frame, like the top cage. But the electronics, not so much, right? So, and that drone no longer has DJI Care Refresh. So when that's done, I'll end up attempting to fix it myself. Like that one dude, what's his name? Sean Dorsey on Facebook. You see his videos where he's got zip ties holding his DJI FPV drone together. It's pretty awesome, and it still flies. And he puts it in the wall all the time, and it still flies. He has to eat through a whole bunch of really an idea, right? You take the drone apart, you know, get with it. Yeah. So, yep, still on the road to Longwood University. I should be there in about 40 minutes from now. So just making progress. Easy, you know, just moving out. Not in a rush. The game doesn't start until the match doesn't start until 1 p.m. So I'm gonna get there, get the drone in there, so I can, you know, get a certain location where I'll be sitting, where I'll be flown from, the best angle, you know, that it is not loud because it is Class G airspace. So I'll get to 400 feet high. I don't need to be that high for it to another maybe 200. A lot of it also depends on the tree situation, because all that foliage, all the trees that might be around the yeah, I think I got disconnected for a moment there. Just bumped me back on. But yeah, thanks for hanging with me, guys. Still, I got 5 viewers right now. Appreciate you sticking around. Let me, I'm Ron. But when I get out there, the process is to find a good parking spot, find a good spot that I can fly from. Hopefully, it will be in the shade, and watch the game, if you will, watch the match from altitude. And of course, as best as I can, line of sight to them playing. But videoing so that I can get good video of the team playing, and coach can do his coaching thing with his players. Looking forward to it. Good morning. Let's see here. JSK. Yeah, good morning. Great to see you. You're new on this one. Yeah, so I'll get you a blue wrench later on. Driving right now, so I'm not gonna mess with the phone while I'm doing that, because two reasons. Number one, it's unsafe to jacking around with your phone, right? And number two, let's see here, the two times that I picked up the phone to do something with that I thought was going to be an easy task to do, right? I ended the live stream. And so I appreciate everyone that's come back to me and such during my drive to Farmville, Virginia. And so maybe this is the format that I need to do, where I'm just a talking head while I'm driving, as opposed to trying to mess around with it. Because if someone's trying to enter the live stream while I'm driving, that can make for an unsafe situation, because I'm jacking with the phone, trying to let them into the live stream while I'm driving. So yeah, learning process. I'm doing it in a way where I don't have a lot of traffic around me. It's an open road right now. I've got a pickup truck behind me pulling a giant trailer, so he's just moving out at his pace. I got a vehicle that's maybe 150 yards ahead of me, a good distance away. So just a matter of driving straight and keeping an eye out for deer crossings, because I am out here in the forest and mountains, and the temperature here says 70 degrees. It's 10:45 out here in Virginia, and wow, yes, sad. But maybe this is the format to utilize. And, oh, hi, yeah. Let's see if I can do this, okay, without ending the live stream. Add to stage. Add to stage. Add to stage. And close. So that was relatively easy to do, but I did slow down a little bit, and the pickup with the trailer wants to pass me. Hi, welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining me today. Can you hear me? I can't hear you, but that's okay. Maybe, I don't think I muted you. Unmute.
Hi, Jason.
There you go. How are you? Good morning.
I'm very much fine.
Excellent. Thank you for joining me. It's yeah.
Yeah, just join in because you're always get out of your net. So every time you get out, you can just come back because I'm in your life. Okay?
Oh, that's awesome. Great
Just
idea.
standing by.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. We'll do. All right. Where are you? She's in the background. No worries. So yeah, I'm. Let's see. What does the time say? Yeah, I am literally only about half an hour away from the school, and I'm pretty excited to get my drone in the air and fly, and maybe which is the town Farmville, because I don't have a lot of in school. Do a little video clip of of my son's college. And who knows what that could turn into in the future if they're like, hey, we'd like to, contract you for work. Cool, even better, right? And so that way I could, that way my trips, they will be, can have a business trip up there, right? Write the gas mileage off or the mileage off on taxes. But yeah, I'm excited to fly today. It's a beautiful day. I really wanted to fly yesterday. I met two guys at work at I Fly Virginia Beach that happen to have their own production company, Sergio and Carlos. They're visiting from South Carolina. I think they're in Charleston. They have their own production company, and they are in the Virginia Beach area for work, where it's called, but I'm not going and it was yeah, they did it such to the air show. You are in the Virginia Beach store for enjoy what they and last year the Blue. So thank you for. But at I Fly Virginia Beach, it was so loud. Job is to be a performance enjoyed. What's going on here? I don't know what's happening. Do is yeah. Your net is in. Thank you very much. I'm gonna. All right. All right. Reset that. Connect. All right. Can you guys hear me better now? Have a great day, brother. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Enjoy chainsaw cutting. I love it. I hope that my audio is better. It should be. And we'll just go from there. Yes, hear you. Excellent. Buhai, thank you very much for letting me know. I am going to get back on the road now. Yeah, for some reason, my cell phone had disconnected from the truck and was no longer responding. So I just had to turn the Bluetooth off and on again. So I am back and not sure where I got cut off. Leonard, thank you very much. Are you leaving out too also? But if not, no worries. Excellent. if, but, all right, let's get back on step. Cruising speed. Have says 60 miles per hour is the speed limit, so that is what we are going to do. Because I don't have time to get pulled over. Yes, indeed. Almost there. That would be cool to also get some video of Longwood University's campus, maybe fly around over there, you know. But Justin, good morning. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, on the road again. And I guess you're not supposed to sing because you get copyright strikes, right? Can't sing other people's music. But yeah, today I am out driving out to Farmville, Virginia, Longwood University specifically, only 3 hours away from Virginia Beach. And so, as you can see, I don't want to jinx the weather, right? Because you don't talk about the weather. But what we'll do is, then I'll get you a blue wrench when I get a chance to stop later on. Um, yeah, what I need to do is, what I'm planning to do is fly my drones when I get over there. And I'll be flying my drone for the game. Coach wants me to video the game from up high, so that bird's eye view of the game occurring. Will not be exactly overhead, of course, because I will not be flying over people for the record, and I won't be. You know, I mean, not just saying that. I will not be flying over the players because I don't want it to be a distraction to them. And if I have some type of failure where it just falls straight down, it will fall straight down over trees, ideally, right? So, yeah, that's the idea. That's the plan for today. Shoot video for them and get some freestyle flying in as well. But not really paying attention to the chat, obviously, because I'm driving. You're welcome to join me in the live stream if you like. I think I posted the link at the very top of the comments. Using StreamYard, we talked about that on your last live stream. If I recall, between live stream or between StreamYard and Zoom. I have both, but I'm just trying to do two different methods, of course, such. Biggest difference with, for one, that I'm learning right now between, let's see, between StreamYard and Zoom is that if you guys are in Zoom and my phone falls off the cradle or the magnetic holder and I pick it up, and then by picking it up, I press the end button on StreamYard, it ends that live stream and everybody goes away. And pain in the butt to get back in. And then Zoom, if I were to get out of the Zoom app, if everybody's still in the Zoom room because they're just listening in the background because there's nothing to really see other than, my goofy face wearing this goofy cowboy hat, right? Just listening and kind of like a podcast, just listening all along in the background. That with Zoom, I could just get back in. Same like if I were to just get disconnected because I've got a poor video signal, just get back in. So maybe I'll be utilizing Zoom in the future for that advantage. I mean, I don't have a need for paid services, and I think I can continuously stream with Zoom also. I know with, and again, can I? Doesn't it end after like 40 minutes? I don't remember. I know that it ended after 40 minutes whenever I'm doing a teleconference live or conference room. But if I'm live streaming to YouTube, I guess I'll have to Google that one up. Or if you know the answer to that one, just maybe put it in the chat, I guess, right? Sunflower, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. I'm driving right now to Farmville, Virginia to watch my son play a rugby match. And if you're interested, I'll get you a blue wrench later on so that it's easier to click on other people's YouTube links. See their page and support my fellow my fellow members, my fellow guests, my fellow chatters, right? But yeah, Blue High had a great idea. She's over there in the background. Thank you again for that. That's a really good idea. So when I do cut out because I'm driving around in the countryside, she'll maintain the stream, and I can just get back on. Actually, I initially had it set up so that my iPad would be able to do that for me, but it that idea decided to not do because it just seemed too difficult to do. It's like I had it on a tripod, which fell over on bumpy bump road, and I just turned it off. Just trying to keep things secure inside the cockpit here and not all over the place and organized because that's just how I like to drive. Not a lot of clutter. Although it is cluttered right now. A little bit, not too bad. But yes, I'm flying my drone here. Get some I'm gonna try something different also. I'm gonna play some music in the background that I can listen to with a few of the freestyle flights that I'll do. Listen to the music while I fly so that with, for example, the beats, I can actually hit a trick with the beats. So it's a continuous video without, and then I'll of course take that out of the video or I'll put it back into the video. Well, the drone's not recording the video anyway, but I might have an A cam looking at me while I'm flying because sometimes that's funny, especially when I fly the drone near me, right? I don't know if you guys saw that video of me almost crashing my drone into myself, but it was just a few months ago. It was the very first YouTube short that I ever did, and that went viral. At least it went viral enough for me that I'm happy with calling it viral because I'm at this time I am a nobody YouTuber. You know, learning about the type of content that my audience wants to watch, so I can produce content that you as my viewers want to see me do. So it's a little bit something a little bit unique and different. Or the same but different because it's Jason Laverius's flight in my flight style, which it's very swoopy, very loopy. I don't like to do what's called those really hard hitting freestyle tricks. I don't have the eye for that. I don't have the brain, if you will, to keep up with that. I mean, watching it is one thing, but to be able to do that is another. And I could set my drone up that will allow me to, do those hard twists and turns and such. But I need more practice before I get into doing stuff like that. And I'll try it because I do want to try. And if I like it when I'm doing it, then yeah, why not, right? I know that I tried to fly an RC plane for the first time a few weeks ago, and I did not like it. I did not like flying line of sight. And just like anything, like people say, you guys got to practice doing it, practice doing it. True, just practice doing it, but it was hard for me to see the orientation of the plane. Maybe if I, get a plane that's big enough that I can see its angle of attack, the way it's flying, the direction, the way it's positioned in the sky, it would make it easier. But I prefer flying my drones because it's like I'm in it, and that's the attraction of flying FPV for me. It's like you're inside the drone and you are seeing what the drone sees. That's what I really enjoy. And it's on your face, so you don't have any other distractions. So you are in the moment. You are focused on drone flying right then and there. Versus driving, using or flying while using your cell phone. Like, because you attach for example, you can fly using your cell phone as the screen for the drone's video feed. So I don't like flying like that. I actually don't even like using my cell phone when I fly or to fly as the screen. I prefer to have a standalone monitor for what I'm looking at with my drone, like with the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. I like using the remote controller's screen to fly. What's really cool about that particular drone, though, is that I can actually hook up my DJI goggles to that drone, so I can then see what it sees as well. So that's pretty awesome. And so, yeah, that's how I enjoy flying. It's the closest thing that I'll ever get to skydiving ever again because I have no intention of skydiving ever again. At this time, who knows? I mean, my hobbies have changed every couple of years. You know, a couple of years ago, it was tree climbing. Tree climbing arborist work was what I enjoyed doing. I enjoy that every once in a while when required, if you will, or when called upon to do a job. And then it turned into drone flying, which has its own sub hobbies as well, like 3D printing, which I 3D print out of, if you will, need. It's not like I'm 3D printing my cosplay costumes. Not that I do cosplay or anything like that, but if I were to do print a costume, I'd print up the Mandalorian armor. That would be cool. That would be really cool to do. But after so many failed prints on my 3D printer, I mean, I've got a pretty good printer. I don't think I've got a cheapo printer. It's the Reality CR10S Pro V2, something like that. That's the 3D printer that I have. Oh, Justin, you want to get in? You're still around at the stage.
Oh,
Justin, you there, brother?
yeah, can you hear me? Hold on.
All right. Speakers, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Barely. I don't know why it's not going through my speakers. Let's try this. Audio
Hi, drone gamer.
sources.
How's it going?
All right, it wasn't connected to my truck, that's why. So
Yeah, I can hear you,
Bluetooth
so.
is on my phone.
Yeah, we can hear you.
But it's not. 1 second, I'm gonna pull over here in a minute to figure that out because I'm gonna turn this sideways just so I can get to the Bluetooth menu easier.
Skyfly, BAM drones. Let's see who else in the chat. JSK's in there. What's up, JSK? Leonard. And Sunflower.
Select yes. Connected, so I'm connected to the truck.
All right, can you hear me now?
All right. All right, Justin, go ahead, brother.
Can you hear me now?
No, sir. No, it's still
Oh, you
connected.
got.
That's why. Truck to phone, that is, via the Bluetooth. Weird.
Oh, you got
Technology sometimes, right? It's getting the best of us.
Bluetooth always has issues with Zoom and StreamYard.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to put on my my earbuds. Maybe I can hear you that way. All right, Justin, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Testing 1, 2.
Negative.
Testing.
I still hear you through the phone, which is muffled. And I don't even know why I can't turn my volume up on my phone either. Let me try to connect to that. Also, turn this sideways for a moment. Figure out the Bluetooth dealio so I can connect my headset. Sound like my Bluetooth is actually, these things are connected to my iPad, which I'm not using, obviously. I'm using my phone. I gotta do this thing like this.
I think he froze. Yep, he froze up. Let's see who's all watching. We got 4 watching. What's up, guys? Whoever's out there watching.
Jesus is on hung up.
What's up, Chris? How's it going, man?
Hi, Chris. Welcome to the live of Jason.
Close.
Oh, and there he's back. There we go.
Let's see. Close this. And
You froze up for a good minute or two there.
all right, sound check.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Negative. You're still on my phone.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah, sometimes Zoom and StreamYard have a difficult time connecting.
Yeah. I'm sure he's almost at the field, I guess. Yeah, Michael, almost. At least it says, let's see, what time is it now? Short of all the stops that I've made, right? I should get there around 11:30 or so. So, but
Oh, yeah, you're almost there then.
yeah, this is pretty, I mean, obviously figuring all this out, to streamline this for future live streams while I'm driving around. Because I'll tell you what, by this point of the drive, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so tired right now, But if
Yeah, I
anything,
get
and
you.
obviously trying to be safe at the same time, I want to do these live streams this way because
He's pushing buttons again. He just ended it. I kicked himself out. So, anyway, the biggest difference between StreamYard and Zoom, I'll just explain it to everybody else, is being there's 2 of us in the stream right now. If he was using Zoom and he got kicked out, it would just default one of us to being host. If it was StreamYard, he actually only has about 2 minutes to get back in the stream, otherwise it will shut it down.
sure.
You hear us? Oh,
Great.
you're muted. There you go.
The key,
And Zoom only gives you 40 minutes of free streaming per day, I believe. Doesn't even give you a full hour. StreamYard, you get 20 hours a month.
in and out of my phone.
Yeah, your phone keeps cutting in
Signal,
and
so
out the
it's
audio. And both have their disadvantages and their advantages. StreamYard is a little bit more customizable as far as your layout.
I'm
Zoom is more solid.
in and out of my phone. You know,
There you go. Now you sound like you're connected.
Oh, I turned the truck off and on again.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you, but it's still through like it. I'd have to put you on my ear. You know what I mean?
It's only coming through the phone.
Yeah, like I can't. There's got to be a way to be able to put my phone on speaker
It's
mode. You know what I mean?
Zoom and StreamYard have a bad problem connecting to Bluetooth. It's a problem they both have had for a long time.
Oh, really?
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works flawlessly, and other times it doesn't work at all.
Huh.
It's really
Interesting.
weird.
All right. So then, in that case, what I'm going to then do is try to connect via my, what do you call it? My earbuds.
But I've used Zoom and StreamYard both very extensively, so I'm very familiar with both of them.
All right, I'm connecting the earbuds. Can't connect. Why not? Maybe they have to be in the thing.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. In the
Still
audio
here, bro.
settings, it's only giving you option for phone.
Say that again, Justin.
The audio settings in StreamYard, is it only giving you the option for phone?
No,
Uh,
I'm looking at it now, and I don't see that. Any?
Go to
Let's,
settings and then go to audio.
all right, let's see. Settings. More. I don't see audio settings on here. Okay, there's settings there. Audio, echo, cancellation, automatically adjust, volume, mic, headset, earpiece, Bluetooth headset. Okay,
There.
let's test
Yeah,
it.
okay. You sound different now.
You are Lima Charlie. Well done, Justin. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Wow, it's so much
Hey,
better
that
to
was
talk to
your
someone.
issues that made you. Yeah, I wanted you to go in and switch it manually. That was the problem.
Yes. All right. So lessons learned, right? This is that was great success. That's a beautiful thing, right? We're problem solvers. We figure it out.
But I was explaining the difference. So the difference between StreamYard and Zoom, Zoom's got a lot more settings as far as audio, video, stuff like that. It's a little bit more stable of a platform than StreamYard.
Okay.
But StreamYard has a lot of customization as far as on your main page where everybody sees everyone. Like you can put custom backgrounds, banners up, logos. Can't really do that on Zoom.
Ah,
And
and you know what? For the purposes of what I'm using it for, that might be all I need. What Zoom offers, because I'm at least for right now, the way I'm using it, I want to chat with somebody while I'm driving, and what a great venue to do it in,
Zoom's not very expensive neither. It's actually cheaper than StreamYard's second tier plan. It's like $15 a month, I think.
Yeah, I guess when because I pay for either now, still maybe that on YouTube. um, yeah, I need to explore what that tier looks like as far as the offers between the two, but just having the ability to have the options and the ease and efficiency of doing the specific task that I want to do, which right now is just
Well,
to stream and chat with somebody, as I go.
and two of the big main differences too is so like me, who I don't who's on the panel with us? Is that a family member?
No, actually, I stumbled across Buhai's website, YouTube channel,
Okay.
like it's a Filipino website channel, where they were
Okay.
doing, yeah, they're just helping
Okay.
out.
So what happens is if so us being on the panel, um, if you were on Zoom, it would actually default one of us to host if you get kicked, and your stream can still
Oh,
run continuously without you forever, as long as
I
one of
see.
us is on the panel. But and then when you come back into the panel, you'll have a reclaim button where you can reclaim your host abilities back. See, with StreamYard, you can only have one co-host, and you have to go through the whole process of sending them a special link in the email, and it's a big old pain in the ass. But if
Chad.
you get kicked from StreamYard, dude, you're done if you don't get back in within 2 or 3 minutes. It will just shut your whole stream down because as the owner of the account, you're not actually on the stream. So it only lets it run for a few minutes, and then it'll shut it down automatically.
Okay, now lessons learned. That's a great lesson. So everybody else that's trying to do what I'm doing, maybe the Zoom is the way to go, right?
If you're doing a lot of traveling down the road, I would go with Zoom. Plus, it has better noise cancellation, all that stuff. They have cleaner audio. So I
Okay.
think that would probably work better for you. Plus, it's only like I said, it's like $14 or $15 a month. It's not overly expensive.
Okay. No, great considerations, especially for the convenience of what I'm doing right now. And yeah, I think what I'll try to do, depending on what time I finish with the game, maybe I'll live stream via a Zoom, um, that way to try and see. And
Now you
I
can
might,
keep your.
I might even,
I would personally keep your StreamYard account because when you're streaming at home,
right,
probably use StreamYard because, like I said, you can customize it a little bit more. As
right.
far as the layout of everybody on the panel and stuff, you can put logos up and all that stuff. But Zoom, I think, on the road would be a better option for you.
Right on. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Do you have you done any live streams while driving before? Like what I'm doing
Yeah,
right now?
and I found Zoom to be a lot better. But the only downfall with Zoom now, this is the biggest downfall with Zoom, is you can't see the chat at all. It doesn't show you the chat. So you would either have to have two devices or you're just not going to be able to see the chat.
Ah, I
That's the
see.
only downfall with Zoom. It's for some reason they don't have the YouTube chat built into the app.
Right. And maybe the way, I gotta slow it down a little bit. Maybe the method is like like you said, have a second device. Like I did bring my iPad thinking that I could see the chat that way, but in order for my iPad to work, I had to do the mobile hotspot, and it was just too splotchy with my iPad, so I just shut it off.
Yeah, if you're
So
going
I
to do
tried it.
something like that, you would definitely want something with service on it. I don't know if your iPad has the ability to put a SIM card in it. Some of them do, but some don't. It depends on which
Right,
one
yeah,
you have.
right. If you bought it overseas, right?
Well, no. They sell cellular versions of the iPad, and usually
Okay.
what you can do is you can go to your phone company, and for like an extra 10-15 bucks a month, they'll throw a SIM card in there for you and give you
Oh,
data
okay.
for it. It just
I'll
depends on
look
the
into
phone
it.
company.
Right. Yeah, I've got
I mean,
who
that's if
bought
you
the
want to go that far. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's the the cost analysis that needs to be made for one.
well,
Is
that's
it
what I'm
worth it
saying.
too?
That's just an option. So,
Right. Heck yeah, man. Hey, options got to be aware of what options exist for one. So that's certainly an option to explore and consider. Because
But
if you don't know, I could be missing out. But that's certainly that's news to me. Because I don't use my iPad. It's primarily at home, or I use it for my, what do you call it? As the it works good enough with DJI Fly app. So if I'm out in a rural area, there's no internet. You know, I'll turn my mobile hotspot on because I've got cell service, and then I'll
what's
connect
up,
to
Joe?
my cell phone, and then I could fly with my iPad on my Garmin.
Now, the easiest option as far as the chat thing goes, if you go with Zoom, if you have somebody that you can trust on the panel
Hmm.
and you just set them as a co-host so they have the ability to kick somebody if they come in screwing around, you can
Oh, okay,
actually
yeah,
kind of put Zoom in the background and pull up YouTube and monitor the chat that way. You just won't be able to
right,
see the Zoom panel. But if you have somebody on the panel you can trust, you just make them co-host. And then if somebody comes in trying to do the helicopter or something, then you got somebody that's monitoring it that says nope and kicks them out. Trying to do something stupid. Because you're always taking that chance if you put the link in the chat. You're always
right,
leaving yourself a little bit vulnerable that somebody could pop in and do some nefarious shit on your stream. And it's happened tons of times. So um, that's one thing you got to watch out for too. So
really.
because yeah, I've Paul Murray had a guy come in and literally have his junk hanging. Lexus had it happen twice. Rodney Bell had a guy do the helicopter on his stream. Just use your imagination.
Oh, for real? I'm
Yeah.
thinking the helicopter. I'm like, okay, Roger that.
No,
I'm
it's
thinking like,
happened. Yeah, I had a guy.
wow,
I had a guy come on my stream, and he was really cool for like the first minute or two, and then all of a sudden he flipped his camera around and was showing porn on his TV. So then I kicked him off the stream and just ignored the fact that he even did it. I just kept on going like he didn't even. I didn't even acknowledge it, dude.
right? Yes, no, smart, of course, exactly.
Because it
And
would have it would have gave him that satisfaction if I did.
right. Well, I'm wondering, I mean, not that I care, but why bother? Don't they have something better to do?
Yeah, people will
Clearly
do it
not.
though. That's why I said you're always. That's why you'll notice on my streams I don't leave I used to put the link in the chat, but I don't do that anymore. And if I
Right.
do drop it in there, it's for like 30 seconds, and then I immediately take it back out.
I remember, yeah, I did notice that. So that's the purpose, to keep people, to regulate who's in and out, if you will.
Right, and then I also send links out to most people will get links through Messenger from me.
That's why you asked me about that. I heard you mention that last weekend.
Yeah, because me and Tim friend requested you, I think, on Facebook like a couple months back, and I don't think you ever responded to it.
Yep, I
Because
did. I sent you a messenger. When you did
oh,
that,
did
I
you?
stopped. Yeah, I sent you, I guess, a message on it.
Let me check because I don't remember. But I get a lot of messages every day on Messenger. So
Yeah, you do. You're big time, man. You're a big time streamer. Coming up on 450,000 views now, huh?
I'm actually already past that. It just hasn't caught up yet.
Dang! Congratulations. That's cool.
I'm always usually about 10,000 views actually ahead of what my page says
Yeah,
because it
that's
takes
awesome.
24 to 48 hours to catch up.
And those are, I guess, do you post videos every day?
I post shorts every day and then I do long content a few times a month.
Right on. Yeah, I've decided that I would like to, just as an experiment slash, it's actually helping me get more content out there, because I'll shoot video and it's like, okay, I got this idea, but then because I want to edit it out, it's like, all right, cool. But I thought, what if I just did 15-second shorts every day, at least one a day, to, to stay engaged with, for one, video editing. And so I've been able to do that so far. I've got I think I posted one at 11 is when I scheduled it to post. of
Are you on
most.
East Coast time?
Yes. Yeah, I think that it posted at 11. It's like I brought my Avata drone to the skate park and was flying it around inside of a half pipe.
Your face, your messenger picture, is it you like laying in a bed or something?
What? No.
Sunglasses on? Okay, that's not you then.
Oh, my Facebook is JLab, JALAV.
Okay.
Yes, JA space LAV.
Well, the
Now,
guy kind of looks like you, but he's
I'm
got
wearing
sunglasses.
sunglasses, but you can't see me because you can't see the bottom of half of my face, and the banner, it looks like the Northern Lights, because well, they are the Northern Lights.
Yeah, I'm trying to
It's like,
find you in Messenger, but I can't.
oh yeah,
Uh,
um,
I appreciate it.
JLab,
Thank you.
JA space LAV.
I think that's. Are you at a
So that
pool?
kind of, it looks like a pool, but that's actually a Norwegian
Okay.
fjord.
I'm just gonna send you a test message. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I see where you said hi, Justin. Yeah.
right on.
Okay,
All right,
that
cool.
way I got
Connected.
you.
That just happened. Thank you.
Um, but yeah, if you're on East Coast time, the best time to post shorts is between 3 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Oh, really? Okay.
And um, on the weekends, you can actually start around 12 in the afternoon on Friday and Saturdays, or Saturdays and Sunday afternoons. And
Okay.
usually between 12 and 8 p.m. is your sweet spot on those. But you want to post a couple hours before 8, so around 12 to 6 p.m. I would post. That's when I would post them.
Between 12 and 6 on the weekends or a Sunday?
Yeah, on Saturday and Sunday, and then during the week, usually between 3 to 4 is the best time to post.
3 to
3 to 4,
4.
so right, because that's when
Okay.
people on the East Coast are starting to get off. Your shorts will get out there, YouTube will start pushing it, and then everybody from the Midwest and Mountain Time and Pacific Time, they all start getting off in a row after that. That's the highest volume of traffic for shorts is around the time people are off and in the morning times before they go to work.
Okay.
Dude, I've been at the ship for like 6 months, fucking with this YouTube algorithm, trying to figure all this out, and I've got it pretty much down on the times.
That's awesome.
So, um,
Yeah, no
just
kidding. It's like I think one day it was 425 as you sent out the post about that, and then maybe a day or two later it jumped up to 450, and you said you're way past that now already. So that's cool.
yeah, I've been pushing shorts like crazy. So,
Nice.
and they're getting me more subs too. Like the last 2 weeks, I've been averaging. I probably have gotten over 200 subs in the past 2 weeks. So
Nice.
it's about 10 a day on average. 10 to 12 is my average.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Just put whatever. Give it a snappy, short little title. Nothing crazy on the shorts, and then throw you 2 or 3 hashtags in there with whatever is related to your video. Try to find the hashtag that has the most videos connected to it. So, like if you're doing a
Oh, really?
climbing video, do hashtag climbing and see what all the different hashtags that pop up, or you could do like hashtag crazy or something like that and try to find the ones that have the most videos. Because there's one I use that has 40, it's hashtag gaming, and it has like over 44 million videos attached to it.
Holy cow.
And and when I first started using it, it was only at like 39. So people are using it because it's up to 45
Wow.
now.
So do you put the hashtag in the title or just in the description?
No, on those shorts, I just put it up in the title.
Yeah. All right. So, what's the idea with the hashtag in that? I
It's
guess
kind of like
people just
if
use
somebody
it.
looks up that keyword, it will pull up all the different videos with that keyword. And
Okay.
if you happen to be one of the newest videos, yours is going to be at the top. It doesn't really prioritize your video by how big your channel is when somebody looks up keywords like that. It prioritizes by who posted first.
I see.
So your video might come up first on the list when people look up hashtag climbing or hashtag
Right.
climbing up a tree, because there's certain ones, and you can start your own hashtags too. So if you say there's no hashtag climbing trees, you can put hashtag climbing trees, and eventually, after 5 or 6 videos, YouTube picks it up as you're using that hashtag, and it will start attaching all your videos that you're using that hashtag in to that hashtag. So if somebody puts in hashtag climbing trees, your videos are going to come up first.
Oh wow. All right.
So you can make your own hashtags if you want. You just have to put it in there, and then eventually YouTube will recognize it after a few videos, and then it'll start attaching all your videos that you use it for into it.
Dang. You should make a video on how to on YouTube success, bro.
I'm not that successful by any means. I'm trying though. I mean, I got out of the whole drone thing only because drone content is very hard to push on YouTube. Super hard. It's just nobody's really impressed by it anymore like they were, 7, 8 years ago when drones were kind of a niche thing.
Right.
But they're getting. I mean, you still get a lot of people that will come up to you while you're flying, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, ooh, But
Right.
nobody actually wants to subscribe and watch your stuff. It's super hard to get subs and view time and stuff. And this is why a lot of people have moved. There's a few people in the drone community that have went and done completely different stuff now because of that.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. No, I imagine that my channel will pivot to something else
oh,
in the future, just by virtue of I've I've pivoted my hobbies every couple of years. You know.
well, and try to keep your channel onto the same. Uh, I would say try to keep it as close to the same content as possible. Because if you start jumping all over the place, YouTube's algorithm's gonna go wig out on you, and it's not gonna know what to do with your channel.
Oh, right.
Uh,
Yeah, I heard that before.
so you
Yeah.
kind of want to keep it the same. Maybe, if you're climbing a tree, maybe get a shot of you going in the tree and just kind of mention drones in the tree content. If you're trying to do a drone channel,
Right.
you know, that way YouTube says, okay, yeah, he is doing drone stuff, but you're actually doing a tree climb type thing. You're not really screwing it up too much. Just my
Right.
opinion.
No, that's a great. That's a
Uh,
great thought. In fact, that's how I got into, I guess, drones. I wanted my son to film me with his drone that I bought for him specifically to film me climbing trees. Doing tree takedowns.
right.
And so we've got some footage of me doing a couple trees, and I was looking for that because I was gonna turn that into YouTube Shorts. I mean, he's got this one great shot of the drone flying up the creek, making a U-turn and then focusing in on me, while I make a cut in a chunk and dropping it from, I think I was maybe about 60 foot up, you know.
That's not bad, Joe.
So yeah, I can't find it. I think I deleted them. I don't know where the heck those videos are. So hopefully he has it on his computer.
Um,
So we'll see. Maybe I put it in the folder on my computer and I gotta look for it all. So we'll see.
but yeah,
No,
I
that's a great
started
thing.
doing. Yeah, see, like me, I got locked out of my old channel by accident, and I just can't get back into a YouTube's or Google's just in this whole stupid thing about it. So anyway, I just gave up on it and I started a new channel. I was like, well, I'm going to go into gaming. That's what I started doing.
Right.
And just like Bill from Newfound Drones, he switched to Atlantic Adventures and now he's doing more vlogging, kind of outdoorsy stuff. And he's not really pushing the drone content stuff anymore. That's kind of just B-roll footage for his videos, you know.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But he doesn't mention the drones in his videos because he doesn't want to be labeled as a drone channel no more. He wants to go in a different direction, more of a
I see.
vlogging outdoor type channel, you
Right.
know. And he's actually done pretty well so far since he's changed his channel name, what, like a month or a month and a half ago. I mean, he's already gotten more subs and is getting more views now that he's switched. Dan, obviously, we all know Dan. He went into motorcycles. He got completely out of the drone stuff and went into doing motorcycle repairs and all that. Like, so there's a lot of people that have moved on. Like, they're still around. They still hang out with everybody in the community, but they've
Right.
kind of moved on and branched off to do other things because the thing is there's a lot of people in the drone community. You'll hear them say this, I don't care about views. I don't care about being on the, whether I get subs. But I think a lot of them used to care when they first came onto YouTube. But I think over time, YouTube's kind of beat them down because, like I said, drone channels are a hard thing to push. And people got beat down so bad that they just got to a point where they just don't care anymore. But there are some guys still in the drone community that really, that was their goal when they came on YouTube. That was my goal. I wasn't here to mess around. I was here to grow and be big.
Right.
And since it wasn't doing for me what I wanted to do, I went into a different direction. And that's what some of the other guys have done as well, you know?
Right. No, makes great sense, and it's I guess the beginnings, the start, right, of anything, and you figure out what you want to do over time, and it's like, all right, time to pivot, right? Just like you and Dan and Bill have done.
Well, and I've said this before, and everybody, some people give me crap about it because I'm always, dogging on the older guys, but just as a joke. But the thing is this hobby and like fixed wing hobbies, the whole model train hobby, it's more older retired guys in it, and they're just it's the younger crowd is what gets you the views and the serious watch hours. Like if you impress the age range of 19, 20-year olds, you're going to blow up really quick.
Right. Well, you know
Because
what? It sounds like you're doing that with the gaming channel.
that's who sways. I mean, that's who sways the market online, though. I mean, like I said, if every kid tomorrow decided drones were the coolest thing in the damn world, dude, drones would blow up overnight. You would see all these drone channels would get massively huge overnight because every young kid would be into drones, and that would be the new fad, right? But that's
Yeah,
not
no
the
kidding.
case.
Right?
It's kind of a niche thing, and it does attract a certain age range. Not to say every drone pilot's an older retired person, but there's a large majority that are. So
Yeah,
it's a
part of that is
different,
the cost to get into the hobby in the first place.
right. Not every 18 or 16-year-old or 25-year-old has, $3,000 to drop on a drone. So,
Right.
or go out and drop a bunch of money on an actual building their FPV quads or anything like that. And
And it's
that's
going to
even
cost upwards of that amount more because not only are you buying the parts for it, you're buying the controller, you're buying the goggles, and then all the other parts and tools and material to put it all
right.
together as well.
And then,
So
FPV is even more expensive than flying GPS because you got to think you're constantly fixing the damn thing. If you're flying an FPV the way it's meant to be flied, you're going to be fixing it a lot.
you'll be fixing a lot for sure. There's a reason why I've got 28 drones.
Exactly. And you could
Yeah.
also go through a lot of GoPros, and GoPros ain't cheap. You could bust a lot of
Yep.
those.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
No, for sure. Because I guess the joke in in FPV they say, yeah, you're gonna spend more time on the bench fixing your drone than flying. And I knew I did not want to do that either. I don't mind fixing and fixing stuff, but I'd rather be flying, as the bumper sticker says, right?
All right. But that's what
So,
I'm saying. If every kid tomorrow, if all of a sudden FPV drones or GPS drones became the fad tomorrow, dude,
right.
Jobo's like people like Matt's channel, people like Coast to Coast, dude, all of a sudden those channels would be what Dobo's at, and Dobo would be where like freaking where like he'd be a 5 million sub channel by tomorrow, right?
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's just not. There's the when it comes to social media, the younger base makes more of the decisions on what's popular and what's trending than anything.
Right. Hey, there's a lot of them. There's a
Just
lot of
like
them
I
out there.
just like I said 2.5 years ago when all these shorts started coming out, I was telling everybody over on Matt's and Jim's show, you get into it. That's where everything's going to. That's where you're going to get a lot of views from. And everybody was like, "Oh no, shorts are stupid. They're not going to do anything." Nobody believed me. And now everybody in the past 6 months has been jumping on the shorts train because it's getting them tons of views. It's getting them tons of subs. Like
Right.
I was pushing shorts really hard like 2.5 years ago. They actually had a nickname for me. They called me the Shorts King back then because I was always
Cool.
pushing it, and nobody listened to me. Everybody thought it was stupid. But then I seen a lot of these guys that were giving me crap about it. All immediately have now been doing it the last 6 months. Like even Matt for the longest time resisted shorts, and then all of a sudden he started seeing he was getting 5,000, 6,000 views, and he was getting, from one short that's at 127,000 views right now, he got over 600, around 500 or 600 subs just from that one short.
Dang. Yeah, it's from a monetization perspective, what's the requirement for shorts? Like 10 million shorts views in a 3 month period?
Yeah, if you're gonna get monetized by doing just shorts, so like right now, I got monetized because I hit the 4,000 hours and obviously the 1,000 sub thing before they switched it and lowered it.
Right.
Um, but I do get partial monetization from my shorts. I don't get
Okay.
the full monetization because I'm not reaching that 10 million a month goal or every 3 months goal. But you
Right.
do get partial monetization. So,
Right on.
but that's one of the
And it's
reasons.
growing with your shorts. You know, I mean, it's only got one place to go. I
Well,
guess
the
it
thing,
can go down too.
the great thing about shorts too is the YouTube will push your channel out to a lot more people that would have never saw it otherwise. Like you
Okay.
could push all the long content you want, but you're ever going to be lucky that if 1,000 people ever actually run across that particular video you put out, right? You put
Right.
out a YouTube short, you have the potential of 20,000 people running across your short, and that's 20, 30,000 eyeballs that could be on your short, you know,
Right.
and decide they want to sub to you.
Yeah, makes sense. They'll be like, oh, I like this person's style of video or whatever I said. You know.
I mean, and your co-host is correct. Host shorts can help your subs go up. It does.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. For
got, I got,
sure.
like I said, I'm averaging 10 to 12 a day just from my shorts. I was at 4.11 like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and now I'm at 4.30 or 4.3, which is over 100 subs. Like it's like 160, something like that, 170. So it's not too bad. Like it does help. But this is one thing you got to remember too. And I told Matt and them this. I was like, don't expect all those people just to jump over and start watching your long content. You have to look at it as two different audiences, right? So you have your shorts audience
Huh.
that are subscribing to you because they like your shorts and they want to see your shorts. That's all they want to see. Don't expect them to all just jump over and start watching your long videos. Then you have your long content viewers, which you're going to notice is drastically smaller than what your short viewers are. So just keep that in mind. Don't try to combine them because it doesn't work that way. They definitely are two different audiences. You might have a couple that go back and forth between the two. You know what I'm saying? But most for the most part, they're two different audiences.
Really. You know, have you thought about this as an idea? I think I'm. Oh, I'm near Longwood now. Cool. But the shorts would be, if you will, a commercial for your long form.
In a way, yes, but like I said, from my experience and watching some of the other guys like Matt and other people, it seems to split into two audiences. Like I said, you might get some people like on mine, yes, but I'm also in gaming, which is a way bigger market. So I can't really compare that to the drone stuff. But as far as like the drone channels that I've noticed, it seems to be more of two audiences, two separate audiences. They like watching your little 10-second, 15-second videos of you flying over a lake, or maybe putting a drone together, or you doing like
Right.
a 30-second tutorial or something. You know, they'll watch that, but they don't want to watch 2 minutes of flight footage or 3 minutes of flight footage.
Interesting. Okay.
What's up, Max? Chris, how's it going? Joe says my shorts are 10-second clips from videos. Works well. Right. I do have a drone. I don't fly it. You know that, Max. I got a Spark.
That's awesome. Hey, drone's a drone, right?
Exactly.
Drone's a drone.
Max is just a hater. Don't listen to him.
All
But
right.
yeah,
So, well, I am in this well, so I'm in Farmville now, and I'm near the university, and they've got all the streets blocked off, and I don't know exactly where to go for the pitch
do
because
they have any cops at the
let's see.
where they're blocking the roads off or no?
Yeah, they've blocked off because it's all foot traffic right now for all these tents. It's like I guess there's a football game occurring here also, but I mean this town is in the same town that Hampton Sydney College is in, that which is where my son attends.
Well, I'm saying
And so,
if anything, park on the side of the road real quick and jump out and ask one of the cops where you're at.
oh
See if
no,
they
well
can tell you.
it's just vehicles with lights on.
Uh,
There's nobody in them. Yeah,
okay, park your truck, go get in one of the cop cars, and just make your own path.
indeed, indeed. It's a method. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I've never seen a rugby game before, rugby match. Have you?
That's funny, Chris. No, I have not. Only ever on TV. I've never actually seen one in person, but I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know anybody that's actually ever played rugby or lacrosse. I've seen lacrosse a bunch on TV and in movies and stuff, but I've never seen anybody actually play it.
All right. Yeah, I tried out for the lacrosse team when I was at the Naval Academy Preparatory School,
Chris.
and that was a lot of fun. But
Chris said they cop blocked you.
well done, well done.
Uh,
All right.
oh, that's funny.
You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna end this live stream right now just so I can figure out where exactly I need to go. And I really appreciate all the people that came in and hung out with me this morning. This is pretty awesome. Justin, thank you as well for keeping me awake. That's
Yeah,
awesome, brother. Thank you.
if you're not busy later this evening, I go on at 8 p.m. tonight if you're around.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be. Let's see here. The game is at 1. I should be done around 1:30. So
I mean,
2.
it's
I'll get on the
completely
road at
up
2.
to you. If you're too tired, I understand. It's up to you. But if you want to, I'm there. If you want to
Heck
come
yeah,
back
man.
in.
No,
But,
I'll do it. I'll do it for sure.
all
I
right,
plan to
guys.
anyway. Cool. Everybody, have a great day. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you all later on in another stream. Thank you. I might try to turn this back on again when I drive home. So
All right, later,
I'll
everybody.
just put the thing out. See you, folks.
All right.
Take care.